Good day to everyone. Welcome back to Miranda Manderson. I'm called Randy. Points tips for you today will be on essay writing and resume writing. This is going to be fun, you guys. You're going to learn a lot today, I hope. Now, we're going to start with essay writing. One of my favorite subjects is essay writing. I'm not a good writer, but every time you make an error, I know I can smell it. So let's dive into essay writing. When you write an essay, make sure that you put the topic of the essay on your paper. Make sure you spell your name right. Make sure the date is on your essay. What do they ask you for? They will tell you to do this, to do this, to do this, and to do that. Make sure you have a checklist of everything they ask for and cover everything. Whether you agree, I've had young people tell me, Miss Randy, I don't agree with what they're asking for. Duh. It's not you the one hiring, or it's not you the one that's offering the scholarship. It's the organization that's asking for this data. Now, you can be almost guaranteed that these topics I'm going to share with you, they're not all inclusive, and you can see them on the board that we're displaying the essay tips to you as you look into your left or to your right, whichever way you're positioned. We'll ask, what person has influenced you the most in your life? Why do you think you are the best qualified person for this scholarship? What have you gained in your life of experiences that make you qualify for the scholarship? Some other points could be, we said what person inspires you the most. I can't think of any other topics right now, but if you go online on Google, you'll be able to see some topics listed on Google that might be asked on scholarship essays. You want to give them what they ask for, and you want to make sure if they ask you, some essay offices will tell you what to write. They might say, I used one not too long ago. Oh, I can't think. Oh, what impact has the world situations had on your life? Or describe a person, either living or deceased, that made the most impact on your education. Now, it's okay to say my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother. It's okay, because those are the person that might have the most impact. This is your essay. Make sure you stick to the topic in writing your essay. Make sure you open it up with what you're going to talk about, and stick to the subject of what they're asking. Make sure you have enough body in your essay, and tie it back into your conclusion. Always say in summary or in conclusion, so that whoever's reading your essay are aware that you're getting ready to stop, that you're ending your essay. If they ask you for so many words, try to stick. Don't ever go over the words, young people. And remember, when you go back and reread your essay and you make corrections, that word count is going to change. That word count does make a difference. People want to see if you can follow directions. Just make sure that your essay is concise, is on the subject that's asked, and make sure that you have people to review your essay. We have a board of committee members, free. Everything, I can't not stress this enough. Everything we do is free. We don't care who you are, where you come from. Everything we do is free. So make sure that you have persons looking at your essay before you turn it in. And then you go back over and read it again and ask yourself the question, did I answer all the questions that were asked? Is this what I would want to say? Keep the reader in mind. Keep the reader in mind, whoever's reading your essay. If they ask you write something about Abraham Lincoln, make sure you go back, include, as Abraham Lincoln said, let people know you did some homework. Just don't write an essay just to write an essay. Make sure it's concise and everything in it that you want to be in it. And it's okay to, let's say if your essay is due in April the 30th. You don't want to start writing your essay on April 29th. Make sure you spend time. Most people, most organizations would give you in 60 days or more to prepare a scholarship package, which would include your essay. You don't want to wait to the last minute. I tell young people all the time, if your essay, if your package is due in April, at the end of April, by March time frame, you should be preparing that essay because all your March paperwork should already be completed. Make sure you allow yourself enough time that you are not rushed to get your essay done completely and concise. So we covered. Make sure your name is spelled right. Make sure whatever they ask you for, the topic is on your essay. Make sure you, within your word count. Make sure you have the beginning, the body, and the conclusion. Make sure you end with in conclusion, and just make sure you go back and read it, reread it some more. You might want to put it down to the next morning, get up fresh, or whatever time your fresh day is, the fresh part of your day. Some of you might not be able to do it until like midnight. That might be your fresh time of the day. Mine is, most of you know, at 4:30 in the morning. That's my fresh time of the day. Whatever your time is, it's you are the driver in this process. And make sure that you go and find the topics that's included. And we will include some topics. We have included some topics for you that you might be guaranteed to see on an upcoming essay. And you don't have to wait until your senior year to start practicing essays. Start in the 7th and 8th grade before you even get to high school. And then by then, you'll have this thing down pat that it'll be all okay. Now, I'm going to tell you a true story. I received a phone call from a dear friend of mine. She bawled me out because two young ladies turned in an essay. And what they did, they used essay off of the computer. One of them didn't even change the name of the person that wrote the essay. She just copied and pasted the whole essay, turned it in. Of course she didn't get the scholarship. Then the other young lady, at least she did change the name, but she used this essay off the computer. They went on Google, found an essay topic, and didn't even give the person credit for it. It's called plagiarism. Yes, you can't do that. Get your own thoughts, and we will help you. We will give you some thoughts and some ideas to help you write your essays. I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell, because essay is a driving point, one of the main driving points for you to get that scholarship, because your paperwork is all that they see before you even get considered for the scholarship that's being offered. Okay? Now, let's talk about resumes. Another one of my passions. Resume writing. Again, make sure the name is correct. Your name is correct on your resume. This is no time for you to use Boogie Bear. This is no time for you to use Junior Boo. No, you use your God-given mother and dad that gave you your name. I can't use Randy. My name is Miranda Manderson. Now, sometimes I'll put Randy in parentheses, but don't do that. You make sure you use your God-given name. Make sure your email address on your essay is something that the reader can remember. I had one time where the girls called boogiebear@gmail.com. If I'm going through a bunch of resumes, I am not going to look for somebody named Boogie Bear. If I'm like, wait a minute, I need somebody in management, a junior manager. Let me go back. I remember the essay. The resume. I keep getting my essays and resumes mixed up. I remember the resume. Oh, what was that name again? What was that name? Oh yeah, Joanne Brown instead of JoJo Boo. I'm not gonna remember JoJo Boo, but I will remember Joanne Brown. Y'all get my point? Use a name that's familiar. Use an email address that's professional. It's okay to have your little personal email addresses with your friends, but now, young people, you're getting ready to go out in the real world. So make sure that your data is as professional as it can be. You don't have to include your mailing address in your resume. They don't need to know where you live. It's not important. But you need to put your name, your cell phone, and your email address. Those three things has got to be in your resume so that they can be able to follow up with you if they have any questions or to set up your interview that you're hoping that you would get. So, and then include in your resume all your job experience that you've done. Now you'll say, Miss Randy, I'm only 16, 17 years old. I don't have any job experience. Yes, you do. Some of you guys are lifeguards. Lifeguard is job experience. But Miss Randy, I volunteer sometimes. I don't have any paid jobs. It's okay. You've done babysitting. Babysitting takes a lot of skills, patience, and attention to detail. And that's what the hiring officials are looking for. Somebody who's disciplined, and somebody that's focused, and somebody that's patient, somebody that's courteous. And if you can take care of kids, I know you got patience, you got discipline, and you're courteous. Even if you work in your mom or dad's office, even if you work in their home office, one of my first jobs, I should say one of my daughter's first job, was assisting me with setting up a spreadsheet when she was still in high school. She got credit for that because she was better setting up a spreadsheet back then than I was. So she got credit for that. And yes, she got a job. Yes, she did at that time. And now she's a GS-15. I got to brag about my daughter, okay? She's a GS-15 for the federal government. Some of y'all know what that means. Big bucks in the government. So make sure your resume include what you've done. Make sure your resume include community, church if you have any, and school activities that you've done since the ninth grade. You don't have to put ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Group them what you've done in those years. Make sure you include your awards. Any awards that you have received, make sure you include those awards. Make sure you include any scholarships that you've already received. A few years ago, I gave out scholarships during COVID. And the topic was, the essay topic was like, what impact has the COVID had on you and your learning skills or your learning abilities or something like that was my topic. I offered a scholarship for $25 for elementary young people, for $50 for the middle schoolers, and $100 for the high schoolers. Only one person put in for it was on the high school level. A middle schooler told me, Miss Randy, it was only for $50, and all they have to do is write y'all less than 100 words. And she said, well, I'm not writing that for $50, Miss Randy. Young people, it does not matter the cost, what I'm trying to say, how much money you're going to get. It looks good on your record that you've been getting a scholarship since first grade, second grade, third grade, middle school, high school. It looks good on your record that you have set a pattern for yourself of disciplining yourself to qualify or to apply for these type of scholarships. So start young. You don't have to wait until you're senior in high school. God forbid, please don't wait till you're a senior in high school. Every year, 10 to 15 show up and ask me if I have any money left for scholarships. But they don't show up until they're in high school or either until they get ready to walk in the college door. And they ask me, please, young people, please, I'm begging you, don't wait until you get ready to go into college. You're packing up the things to go to college to do this. We've covered essays, we've covered resume writing, and we got more tips on our handouts for you, and you all will get a copy in this Zoom. Take care, and we'll be back very soon to share much more with you. Essay writing and resume writing. Take care. Bye-bye for now.